CFTV here. We've got a special guest, Spinna. Please, would you like to introduce yourself?
Don't know, big up CFTV. My name's Spinna, representing South East London, Kingston, Jamaica. Don't know the whole shebang.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling good, you know, brother. Just there, you get me in the zone. You get me in the zone. How are you feeling? Everything blessed?
Everything's blessed out with these sides, bro.
Come on.
How's the music going for you? And tell me about more of your music journey.
It's been a long, it's been a long journey, my brother. I ain't gonna lie. Long, rough journey, man, trying to smooth out. You get me? But yeah, I can't complain, fam. Man, learn, innit? You get me? Yeah. As you say, we live and we learn. So through my journey, I was learning. You see me? It was rough, and now I'm trying to smooth it out with something else, you know, from what I learned, you know what I mean? So.
And tell me more about what you've got coming up, projects, albums, EPs.
At the moment, I created a thing called Yard Drill, yeah? It's mixed between UK beats and a hybrid sound that I created myself that represent Jamaica and stuff. And all I'm trying to do is fit in the scene, just fit in and bring everyone together, you get me? And so basically I called my first EP Dirt and Gravel, you get me? It's going to be an EP with 7 songs on it, you get me? And I got another follow-up EP that I'm halfway into writing at the moment. I don't know why, I'm just going with the flow. And it's called The Baddest and the Bravest, you get me? So it's going to represent, not in a bad way, but the baddest and the bravest people out there. You could be a female, a woman, a man, you could be brave and bad in a different way and what you've been through, you get me? So that one day is going to be a project to look out for. Dirt and Gravel now, it's more based on my hometown in Kingston and, you see me? And I grew up, I'm a friend, then when I left back home, you know, some of them passed and gone, God rest them soul. And it's just from growing up in London on this block here in Lexham, get me, Chatham House, you see me? And all that come into this yard drill type of, you know, on the Dirt and Gravel. So anything you hear on there is gonna be switching from Kingston to London to down Wales where I live, you know what I mean? Certain places where, so that's gonna be the Dirt and Gravel EP. It's gonna be more based on the journey and my people I've been around.
Sticking on the topic of EPs and albums, are there any special features you have in these EPs? Would you like to tell us about?
Yeah, I got a few features in it. I don't want to say that. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But it's like artists I choose to work with. You get me? And it's really, you know, it's really good. It's really good something to look forward to. The UK artists, their own platforms, they know to the UK and stuff. So it's a good vibes. You get me? Big them up, but I don't want to just reveal it just yet. You know what I mean?
So Spinna, tell me how it was moving from Jamaica to London.
Boy, I was like 11 years old. So it was kind of, I wasn't your average 11 years old, you get me? So I'm not gonna cut. Basically, it was kind of sad for me, you know, to say I didn't want to leave. It's not many kids from Kingston who didn't want to leave Jamaica to come to London. But, you know, the ones that we was there, they know I didn't want to leave. Because man really love my people and my family them and, you know, my hometown and my friends and, you know, it's real like that. And I was a kid as well, you get me? But when I did come to UK, you get me? Man fitted nice, you get me? This is where I landed, you get me? And I felt welcome, you get me? Because it's a community, you get me? And man had brothers as well here, who's already here, and you know, the man them all made me feel welcome. So at that time, around that time, it was like 01 when I first come there, you get me? So it was like, you know, it was alright, you know? It's another chapter type of thing. Let's see what go on. If you didn't have a choice, come with my little sister, you get me? Little sister D, and come to see her, you know? Come to live with the family. Yeah, blood, and it was just, it's just educational for me right now, for everything man been through and experienced being here. So it's like coming from Jamaica to here, it's like a whole nother different life to what I used to live. I couldn't be myself, type of thing. You get me? I had to adapt and learn how other people my age, you know, how they operate in their system, you get me? And try and be not like them, but fit in like them, do you know what I mean? And I done alright, and I met the best of people, you get me? Growing up around the time of being there, you get me? So it was alright coming from Jamaica, you get me?
What music influences did you pick up in Jamaica?
Well, growing up in the 90s, it was more like a dancehall. Dancehall was more up tempo, innit? Like Beanie Man, you see me? Bounty Killer, you get me? Super Cat, Ninja Man, you get me? And like known artists like the world known now as legends and stuff like that, and veterans, you get me? And on my road in Jamaica, that's a road where majority of artists used to come and visit because of Super Cat. That's my dad's friend, you get me? That's one of my dad's best friends, you get me? And that's like my uncle there, you get me? Big him up. So music influence from like Super Cat, go around to Beanie Man, used to pass through, Elephant Man, them, yeah, Scare Them crew, man grew up on, you get me? And yeah, big up Elephant Man, you know man, you know, the man they should know the face, you get me? Cause it's a small neighborhood where man grew up, you get me? So like Scare Them crew, I don't think you lot know about them, I don't think they're about, but that's where Elephant Man came from. When they used to ride their moped and come and check the elders on my road and, you know, mingle with the kids and show us love and that. So we used to follow their music, the dancing, the vibes in, you see me? And then I listened to other artists such as like Garnet Silk, you know? I used to like a couple of culture music, Rastaman thing, and all of that just built me, you get me? Because in the 90s was different to when I go back to Jamaica now. And, you know, looking back like, wow, I grew up ain't the same, you get me? It's like different, music was different, the vibes was different. So it's like, man's different. You get me? And there's not a lot of us left, you get me, over there. You see me? Not from a soldier then gone, not from a friend then, friend of friend, family. You see me? Nothing happened. The world don't know about it, you see me? So all of that involves in my music, and it just made me the one who ended up talking about it, you get me? For some reason, because none of my friends are musicians, and we grew up around, they're musicians, you see me? And none of my friends are here now, and I'm here now, you see me? And I'm doing music to talk the thing. So thank God I'm still here, you see me, so I can tell the story. And you know, I didn't know how always wanted to explain a story, but I didn't know how. The best way I can see it now is by doing, you know, music and explaining it through music, blood. So it's all everything within the 90s built me, blood. And the man them who grown me as well, some good man them who's known on the streets and, you know, through sound system and, you know, Phantom and, yeah man, you get me? Like, they grow man, innit? So some of the 80s man them grow me, so I'm like a 80s, 90s, 2000 you just all through them era there. The music from, you know, that's what built me type of thing. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And having all of those influences, did that inspire you to make music?
First of all, as I was going through all of that, everything happened quick, you know. You hear me? 'Cause I don't know if man understand the way, I'm not trying to say life ain't, you know, struggles everywhere, innit? But in Jamaica where man grew up, the struggle hit fast and hard and quick. You get me? And man grew up fast and quick, if you understand. So from the age of 9 to 11, you'll feel like 10 years on the road, blood, if you can make it. Yeah, so it's like, I never see myself doing music, like I said, because there was just so much happening, blood. And for a little you, and then when man leave now, and then, you know, certain things I'm hearing and it's hurtful. You get me? When I reach 16 and certain age and my brethren reach that age, it's not the same as when we was kids now. It's different world again for you, you know? So we never had music on our mind. I never had music on my mind. All of that was building up in me. You get me? Like at the time. When I reached like 14, 15, I was in England them time there. Music over here, man, them doing their thing with garage and, I like it, I adapt the lifestyle now, I know how to speak, English and rare, and all my friends are English friends, you get me, over here. Because like I said, I already had my friends in Jamaica, you get me, I had my real friends where we used to sell bottles together. We used to go dance, you get me, as little youths, you get me. Of all of us, we was the ones the family don't really, like, they care for us, but they can't tell us because we was kind of rude. And we'll sneak out anyway and go dance and be around the vibes and do what we want to do. And still, that makes us the odd ones out. So when it comes to food time, no one cares about us. So we have to fund for ourselves. Like my older cousin Billy, you get me, them man there, he's a bit older than me, so he was probably 16 them time there. So he's the one who just showed man how to, oh, we have to, somebody, boom, boom. You see me? Big up Gucci, you see me? So it's like, all of that now, it's just turned into a story, fam, because it is fam. And then I come in, get the vibes of the man them doing the garage, like I was saying, and that kind of made me think, oh, these man them are building the vibes from, their lifestyle and culture. And, I meet other people and I started liking 1 and 2 beats because it's like the same tempo as dancehall, garage, you get me? So man kind of catch it quick and had my own little style. I used to, just a little fun thing. Started recording through school and people started, people would just hear my thing and post it up and put it on YouTube without man knowing. All people in my class play my song and I'm saying, yo, that's me, and they're telling me it's not me. You get me? So it was like, rah. It made me look into things more different, and as time goes by, my mind wasn't on music. I was more on sports, you get me? I was a runner, you get me? So I was more athletics and things. And at the same time, athletics was my main focus, you get me? And I did go, right, like a 1-2 bar here and there through my teenage years, you get me? And from there now, boom, it's the story's still going from 15 to 19 when my best friend died, which was his birthday yesterday, the 26th of April, which is my daughter's birthday as well, she fell on his day. You get me? Like, it's mad, it's like, from that day, from 19 blood, I've been hurt like in a different way to like say, raw, what am I gonna do now? In a way like, raw, my friends them are going now, like, we're like I said, when you're 19, you're like 29 in Jamaica, like no one cares, you're not a kid no more. So your position is high up quick if you live in certain ways, isn't it? So my brethren was that you, innit? We was that you, because like I said, from we was kids, we was that you, down to the big men them like us, you get me? Because we got manners and respect, and even though we, if people who ever think we're rude, whatever, you're not good for us. That's it. But the one that who's good for you, we're good for them. You see me? And which is the man that was in charge. You see me? So we know as youths that we was good youths. You get me? We're just trying to survive. So when my brethren reached that age now, it kind of made me feel involved, even being there. You understand me? Because when you go in a neighborhood, brother, and you leave and go to another country, no matter what, brother, they're always gonna, if your brethren back there doing whatever, people will think you're funding it or you're part of it anyway. Or, you're friends, they were tight, they still talk, whatever, So, man was just like in a mad mind frame, fam. So no music was coming out them times there when my friend passed and, certain thing happened and that. Running done. Like, fucking got into some trouble with some girl problem, which man didn't even do or nothing to do. Then man just had to go through it, dealt with that. Then boom, man tried jumping back on music. That situation, slow it down a bit. Man got over that situation, clean it up. Boom, jump back on the music. Man took my voice, certain thing happened and it just killing confidence on the way. So as much as I wanted to do music, it's always something just like trying to just make a man just like to say, fuck it, fam. But a man never stopped, didn't it? And I kept going and just kept going, fam. And then, you know, you come to like fast forward to there now, you get me? And then man just say, you know what? I'll rate everyone's music who's good and sound good and make me feel that vibes. But I'm gonna create something to fit in and make them feel my vibes and hear my story and share my thing. Like I said, brother, I feel like I'm the one to tell the story, and it's a story that people should know. Because my neighborhood is Cockburn Pen, where the great Super Cat, Daddy Roy, Tyrone Downey, Bob Marley keyboard player, that's my neighbor. You know, like, there's some real powerful musician come from my road, my street. Me and their families are friends, and we all, you know, we all one. No matter where we are in the world, if they see this, you know. They know, they'll tell anyone. So it's like, fast forward to air now, come to the project, you know. It's just made me, everything I've been through just made me know, like, it's no stopping me now with what I got. I'm going for it with it. I'm putting the story out, I'm putting it with the vibes as well. I'm not putting it, like, you know, I'm coming with a story and I'm depressing. No. I'm coming litty with it. So you can hear a story and feel vibes, trust me. It's a different story. You get me? And it's different chapters in it. And then I got the rest to tell about probably London and Wales, and I ain't reached there.
What's my G?
What is one of your most memorable moments in Jamaica?
When I went back when I was 24. You get me? Because I get back that feeling, blood. I went for 2 weeks and ended up spending 3 months, blood. And just build back with whoever was still there in the family and that. And I felt like, you know, like I never left, blood. And I find myself, like, if I didn't leave, what would I be doing? You get me? And I was 24, blood, and that kind of just changed the whole mind frame of me. Like, just by going back after leaving from 11, that was like maybe like 15 years, it took 13 years or something, blood, you get me? So, lost better my friends and better shit. So it's like, going back, it felt like, it was mad, fam. That's the best feeling I ever get out of Jamaica, you get me? Like, really and truly, I don't know how to explain it, fam, but I had to, going back, fam, seeing certain things that's not there, blood, you get me? And coming back now and looking at life different, and it's mad, it makes me feel better, blood. Because trust me, man, different. No, blood, you get me, man, it's different. Like, so if I can answer your question like that, that's what I'll say. Like, you get me? That's the best part of Jamaica, going back and reminiscing and sitting down with my people that's there and sharing the memories, listening to people saying, yo, when you was a kid, and you know? And I'm just, sorry, big man, no, don't worry, you was a kid, and I feel better now, you get me? I feel better, car. When like man approaching me and say, yo, you was a rude kid, you know? No. I'm saying, bro, I can't remember. One said, yo, you used to rap just 2.5 of me. I said, big man, sorry. I said, nah, man, he was a kid. That made me feel good. You know, like little things to know, like, raw. You know? Because some people will take that different, but you get me? And not understand when you're a kid, you're a kid. When you're a teenager, you're a teenager. When you're an adult, you're an adult. If you act on all of them, you see me? If you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, that was, you know, 2014, man. And then I went back to yard, isn't it? That was the best time, you know? And then I went back in 2019, yeah, 2019, for like a 10-day, 11-day, you know, everything was nice then, because man went and spent that time to feel and get back to myself, and Med's music as well. That's when I came back and I've done, which will be coming as well, like a story in just reggae and dancehall, you know, like different, you know, like reggae and dancehall vibes.
not like what I created, not like my yard drill, which is bringing us both together, my English side and my Jamaican side. You know, I'm both. You see me? I can't hide from it, blood. I live here longer than I live in the yard, but I'm yard. Yeah. If I talk Jamaican, nobody can say, yo, where you come from? If I don't want to talk English, I don't have to talk English. I can talk, I just come from Jamaica right now. That's how much, you know? I got the thing look. You see me? So that time was the best time because it made me lock the thing and know myself. Yeah, man. Straight like that. You see me?
Well, what was it like coming to Chatham House as a kid and the environment?
Chatham House, when I come here, it was mad. It was mad. It was like I upgraded fucking Jamaica to where I just left, never expected, you know, like man them here, man them are doing their thing on the next level, you know, like money wise and certain thing active and, you know, because where I'm from, there's no hustle like that, you get me? I was hustling bottles, fam, to the shop down the bread bar and thing, you know, and buying quarter of bread and the next man buying that and we all chipping in and, you know. But here now coming to Lexham now, to Chatham House, and my two older brothers, you get me? You see me? They was here, their brethren them, and their brethren got younger brothers who was close age to me, so, you know? Them man loved the vibes of me and they made me meet their younger brother and everyone, you know, get to know me quick and fast and made me welcome, blood, you get me? Even when I left, I still come back now and the man them still made me feel welcome like it was the same day I came, isn't it? Not for the man them, you know, been through stuff and they have to sort their life out, but the one them still that I'm in connected with. The man them reach out to me, you see me? If you see this, find me. You don't know me, I'm not Spinna. They know me as Jerome, blood. You get me? So it's a thing like that. That's my stage name, Spinna, you see me? And yeah, blood, Chatham House kind of built me on my English side, you get me? Cause all the man them from here, they're all original. You see me? Big yourself up, you see me? All of you, man, you see me? Down to the greatest used to come to man's house. Now, I don't even need to name them, they know, number 7, you see me? They know. You get me? You know, things happen, but I'm not into their politics or nothing, you see me? I don't give a fuck. Sorry. But yeah, it's like, whoever I know from them is still the same, you see me? That's all I'm saying, you see me? But everyone's grown now, and it's business time, serious time, family time, and, you know? And it's mutual for me, and they're all part of my story. You see me? Everyone who I met here is part of my story. So it's like, yeah, but that's another part I wanna, you know, share soon.
In Wales, was there any black people?
When I first went, there was black family, but they wasn't outgoing, so you wouldn't see them as much. But when I actually tap into the school, you get me? I kind of see 1 and 2 black youths, but there wasn't black youths like how I seen them in London. There was more, you know, proper, you know, like good youths, you get me? Good youths, like, you know, everyone's a good youth. I mean, every man I met is a good youth. All the youths I know, everyone, I don't know, it's my spirit, you get me? Everyone I meet is good youths, you get me? As man can't stand me. If I tell you to move away, you're not a good youth, you get me? You can't come with that shell and trick me. A lot of people got shells on, you see me? So, Wales, the black youths them was like mixed black, so it depends what you want to call black, you get me? But they was, you know, they cast themselves as black youths, innit? And some of them learned from me. Because I was that youth that everyone knew down in Cardiff.
Don't piss him
Because
off.
like I said, I don't stay in one area. I want to see what I want. I want to see, you know, I get unity. I grow like that where I'm from a little kid with my friends, like I said to you. Yeah, so I'm trying to search for that, you see me, down there. And that can damage a human being, blood. You get me? Because you're out somewhere being all nice and you don't know what you're running into. So it was like that as a black youth, it was like hard, because it was like, I can't say 1 out of 10. Yeah, no, 1 out of 10, but if you want to put it like that. Each area probably having 1, 2 black youths then, back then. But now it's different, you know? Time change, you know? Some areas multicultural now. Get me? You always had a little black area with like the Somalis down there. They're black people as well, you get me? So I had a lot of friends from down there because I used to travel from my area. Because I always go different area and I walk up on certain youths, you know? And we will build unity, you get me? Because that's what I showed. And You get me? So, but now, there's bare black people down there, man. I'm not there. Leave them down there. I'm not staying down there. It's alright. But me learn how to do. But, yeah, blood. Can't diss the places. You can live somewhere and don't be like people. You get me? That's I learned that. And Wales kind of teach me as well to be humble and don't look at people in a certain way, no matter what. You get me? And it kind of worked. I got bare white friends, black friends, mixed race friends, Asian friends, every friend. And so, yeah, but I think Wales bring that into me, because if I was in London, I would have been stuck around black people, and I would have probably been a different youth, just like, never know. But being down there, being a black youth that was around their other culture, which, I had to try and just be myself, and they get to know me, and I was standing up type of thing, you get me? So it was like, they wanted to know, man, like, so it kind of made me have to be humble, like, I couldn't be like, back up, I had to get to know them, I'm a people's person, you get me? So it was kind of good experience, and it showed me there's good people everywhere, like, you get me? And so that was one thing, I met some good people down there, the best of people in the world, I know. Like John Smith, the top boxer, the governor. I know some top, I don't know the cool names, but they know, man, you get me? The best of people, you get me? And big them up as well, you get me? Some of the youths them, I've got my youths them down there as well, you get me? So I always have to tap back in there no matter what. You get me? I've been through the field down there already, so I have to make it easier for them. You know what I mean? It's not an easy place, man. Trust me. But yeah, it's calm. Like I said, you can live somewhere and don't be like people. There's other people down there, black people down there living in no problem. You get me? Never had no bad racial times or nothing. You get me? Nothing, man, Well, yeah, well, they know about the iron fist, so. And that was it. That's the most they get. You get me? And leave it as that.
Did you run into any artists in Chatham House?
Well, as a kid, when I first came, like, man who's artist now, I don't know if there was artists then, but they was just in the yard, innit? Like, I used to check my brother and there's like TG, Size, like, all them youths there, and gigs, and certain the man used to check my brother, and Big Lee, passed away, like, Tamer and them man there, they all involved in the music scene and that. But at the time when I was growing up here, because man moved away, like, within like 2-3 years because of other situations. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with anyone, but, family situations. But it wasn't a music scene then, blood, as you man should know. 03, 02, it wasn't your man probably was rapping, but, man, he's in it was different. So, when I move away now, it's like, when I'm away down in Wales, that's when I see the man them start rapping. I'm like, raw! Shit, I like that. Not to run back and I just liked it, you get me? I was doing my own thing, I always been my own person, isn't it? So I just liked it, seeing it on YouTube, and at the same time I was doing my own little music then, but yeah, a couple of artists there still. I can't really think of everyone, but it was unity back then, you get me? Everyone was floating around, so, and they probably artists now, I don't really, I ain't seen them for a year, they probably don't remember me, but they knows the yard and my brother, and I remember something, it's kind of mad, but like, yeah, Size, TG, all them youths there, they're like man's brethren, innit? You told this day, like, we're still in connections, and they're up and coming artists and do their thing as well, you get me? And represent London and South or where, what they've been through, their story as well. So yeah, and Brixton as well, my cousins and that, same time when I was here, my cousin them, was there, they weren't doing music at the time when I left now, and everybody doing music here, they're doing music in Brixton, so it was like, I was happy to see like people who I grew up with and my family doing their thing, but it didn't make me, come running in, I wasn't, I was awake, so no point me running back for hype or because the man's doing it. I wasn't that type of kid in it. So it's like, I was happy that, the man are doing it, and because he's, it's good and boom. So yeah, but yeah, some of the youths them from Brixton as well, man know who's artists now as well, you get me? From where I was growing up and passing through and checking my cousins and that. So it's like, the whole of South, blood. Lewisham as well, you know, I got cousins there as well. Like every, you know, like Elephant, you know, like, so, you know, when I was growing up in South, it was just like one fam, you get me? I went to Kingsdale, you get me? A lot of artists come out of Kingsdale as well. I don't even know some of them, but you know, like Miss Banks and certain people come from Kingsdale, Skendo, you know, it's there. I don't even know them. But my, you know, like Diamond and them boy there, that was who I grew up around. He's not an artist, but you know, he's an entrepreneur doing his little business back home and stuff like that. That man there I was in school with and stuff, so, and then you get other youths from like other areas who probably was artists you man used to deal with and talk to growing up, you get me? Well, I don't class it as anything to do with my journey, it's my time now and I got something else, you know? I want to share it with them and the world, isn't it? So more I want to listen, what I want to. Yeah.
Yeah, powerful. You mentioned Wales. Did you go to school in Wales?
I done a year and a bit. School was messy. there wasn't no school teaching with this knowledge. Telling you, look. But big up my school teacher, they love me for sports. Yeah? School only wanted me for sports, because now was good. But what I wanted to learn, I did learn, you get me? Because it paid off in music and life as well. Because I can't say I didn't learn certain things from school, because I did. You know, I know English, I know, you know, maths, and I ain't got no learning difficulties, you know, I know, you know, certain things. So, but my schooling was like, coming from Jamaica in that time, missed out year 7, started Kingsdale year 8, leave by year 9, got kicked out. You get me? Moved to the family, moved because another situation. I'm like, right, I don't want to leave, I'm just getting used to London. Boom, move anyway. They move, I left like 6 months later, I didn't want to go. That's like me, once I'm there, don't want to go, you get me? And then boom, from there, I just thought, I chatted to one of my brethren, B, you get me? From Bermondsey. And he's like, yo, just go down there now and just check it on that. You know, see how you just step on the block and, you know, everything's just not really go on, you know? But so I'm going, I know place, and I thought, right, that was a good friend, you get me? So I thought, let me go down and check my family, and I just tap back in with them and go down and take in the place and walk around into my big afro and give me a scope out the place, and everybody used to, you know, want to know me and boom, boom, boom. And then got into school, say around year 10, because obviously man left in year 9 up in London, Kingsdale, you get me? And then reached down there, so you couldn't get in school straight away, you get me? So man had to wait till like year 10, like, you know? So kind of the time of the year, where man ended up in year 10, done a bit of year 10, like year 9 to 10, and then got kicked out, and then got sent to a centre in East London. It's just down from Ormington. I can't remember, I can just remember Ormington Hospital, straight down the hill, and there's some estate on the left before the park. There's a centre behind there. Wanna remember me? Yeah, they won't forget me. But I can't remember the name. And it was like Femi, some actor, he was like a teacher guy, you know, good with kids and that, he was in the bill. Again, he used to, you know, help man with, you know, just, there was acting and we was doing, you know, just keeping us busy, because the school sent man there for whatever reason I didn't know. Because man, it's maybe because I love sports more than, you know, certain lesson, and when I was moving school so much, the work was different. You get me? My brain wasn't interested in that. I was just on sports because I couldn't, you know. And they probably didn't like me for that, because that would cause a lot of trouble, because you're not focusing in class, you're playing, probably chatting, boom, boom, boom. I was like that, you get me? And went centre, year 10 in East, and then I ended up doing my GCSEs in Hackney Free. I think it's Hackney Free, yeah? I think so, yeah, Hackney Free School in Hackney, you get me? Done my GCSEs there in a school I never been to. They just made me do it there, fam. Done it, school done, isn't it? And that was it, man. Man was just out in the jungle, fam. From then, isn't it?
Made any collaborations with any Welsh artists?
Yeah, I got a few feature with Mace the Great. He's an up and coming Welsh artist, a young youth. Pick him up, you get me? Really talented. And I got a few in the pipeline, like waiting to do a couple features with me, like local. He work with like JK, he's more like a grime type of, you know, artist.
and I got a few others, you know, but it's just like, there's good artists down there, there's good talent down there still, yeah. And yeah, I got songs with a few, you get me, the ones who's on a, you know, the same frequency as man and that, so yeah.
A little bit more about yourself and fashion. Who would you say your fashion icon would be?
Boy, I ain't got no fashion icon, you know. You know what I understand. Man just, you know, what fits me, you see me? So it's like, man just try to just have my own, you know, normal. I'm just a casual dress type of person, innit? I'm not really deep into fashion like that, you see me? But, you know, when man turn up though. If man stepping somewhere to the occasion, man will dress to the occasion, you see me, in my way. So man not copy nobody. I might see something I like and that fit me and it goes with that. And then, you know, we make one. That's how I deal with my fashion. Yeah.
When it comes to performances, what kind of style? How do you perform?
Well, I'm more of an energy type of performer, dancing, full of vibes, or man, just energy, no matter what it is, it's just energy, like, you get me? I'll rock the crowd, I'll create a mosh pit, I'll do that, all sorts of that, you see me? Yeah. That's the type of performer I am. I'm a party type of uplifting artist, even though I've got my story, you see me? But I'm more like, you know, like I said to you earlier, man's story is gonna be like, you know, it's gonna feel like it's a vibes, because I don't want to, you know, I've got the vibes in me too, you get me? So, yeah, but I'm more like a uplifting entertainment, you get me?
Take it back, what made you fall in love with the drill scene and make Yardman Drill?
Alright then. In 2019, I came back to London, you get me, just to visit my family and work on a video called Make That Money. I put it out as a song called Make That Money. It was more like a dancehall / rap hybrid sound I created, because I like creating different style. So, and then I ended up in the studio with my cousin and his friends who does drill, you know, they're in the drill scene, they've always been in London. Man just went to the studio, let them do their thing, and I'm meds in it, you know me, I like the sound of the beat, like what they're doing, and you know, and then my own little, you know, thing just came to me, and I started humming, you know what I mean? Bro, my thing could fit on there. And I ended up doing a chorus, and I looked at them like, yo man, then what you say? They're like, raw, that's hard, you get me? So I said, all right, then from there now I just kind of just take it home, like for homework, you get me? It was like homework for my head, that one piece there, I was like, raw. And then I thought, oh, I got the chorus sound, how am I gonna do the verse? I like how they do the verse. I could create my own English drill flow, but it's like I'm copying, you get me? So I kind of just meds and kept doing choruses to drill beats and feeling it, obviously listening to all the UK artists like Bigger D and them boy there, and certain Unknown T, you know, certain big artists in the UK, and taking in how they do it, because you have to look at the best to be the best, innit? And it's a thing like, I just started creating around what I started in the studio with the men them, and then from this on out, it just came to me, the way how I should do my verse, and that's how I think, raw, this is something different. Yard drill, you see me? Because UK got their drill, New York got their drill, Spain got their drill, so raw, whoever come with Bumbaclaw yard drill and we're the drillers. So who's gonna represent me, blood? Yeah, so I just thought, fuck it, and I took it to the next level, blood, and just protect my energy and stay in my house, blood, and just cook up a storm, fam. You see me? And mad, it's mad. Give a little piece, gone back to Wales, you know? A couple men like, yo, you man are doing music? Yeah, well, I'm gonna make it think different. But see the reaction, they like it. Slap on one song with one you, isn't it? called M9, big him up, he's up and coming down there. And then from Dessa now, you get me, I slapped one with Mace, you get me? And then from there now, I just started building my thing, innit? My catalogue. Boom, my brethren in London now, they're artists as well. I slapped two with them as well, you get me? Because they're feeling the energy and the energy started building up. And then from there now, I got my features for raw. Started, building my thing now, I'm building up my catalogue, just build it up. And then from there, I'm going past building it up, dropping a little clip of the first ever one I done, that I thought, yeah, this is the one. And that's the one called Them I Talk. Because it represents car. Where man live a certain lifestyle on the road, people gonna talk in it. You get me? Even when you're not on the road, like when they don't know the new you, they're gonna talk about the old you to get to the new you. So I'll give them that one as the introduction. I thought, yeah, this is a good introduction song. I like it. This can reach out to a lot of people. So I just give a little clip and, I just drop a freestyle in the studio. Chip block fully load up, M9 titles to think shut up, rotate, chalala, laugh, I joke out, then make night and day with the 4-4 press. You see me? Slap you on Instagram and it just went, rrr. And to message like, raw! Give me another energy again and say, raw, I'm on the right path. You see me? And I just lock it off from there and then boom. You see me? The rest is history.
So, what the CF fans really want to know is, what goals do you have in this music industry?
Right now, the goal is to bring together every youth that class their hometown, back home, even if you grew up in England, you see me, and your parents is Nigerian, Jamaican, we class that as yard. Yeah? Cool, Jamaica call it yard, but to me, I want everybody to feel this genre like it's Afrobeat. Like how the Ghanaians jump on the Afrobeat, this, all different type of background down to certain English you end up jumping on Afrobeats because they might be, African orientated, you know what I'm saying? So that's my plan of yard drill. So I wanted to, connect to everyone that, the CF fans to know that this is for all of us. It's something new to fit in that you can be part of it. You can create your thing on top of it. Yeah, you can, be part of the yard drill as well. Yeah, not because I'm the founder, don't means, I'm gonna be the, it's like Fela Kuti, but Wizkid makes a lot of money off Afrobeat years later. But if you do your history and search, it's him that, the founder of Afrobeat. So, and he never done it for himself. Yeah, so I'm putting it back to that level. Yeah, I wanted to, reach that level where the background kids grow up and they hear this genre and they fit in that lifestyle. And they don't have to just talk about gang. And they don't have to, it could be about girls, life, and because in a ghetto, in a real ghetto, there's all different type of struggles, not just crime. Hunger, mom, girls, blah, blah. So that's, and it all involves crime. Because the girl them fight, they dance, they do, they this, they do, if you understand. So, and it's not just in Jamaica, every ghetto. And if it's not a first world or second, country, then you're in a third world country. Isn't it? So, for them people there, and that's where you get the best experience from countries like that because you're not distracted by certain things. So, there's gonna be youths in the future who wants to relate to this genre, you get me? To express their feelings, you get me? The same like how the UK drill artists can express themselves now, even without thinking, I'm doing crime every day. No, you're not. You get me? But they can still express themselves. You know what I mean? If you overstand how they're speaking, it don't mean he wants to do something. He probably been through something, but this is the best way for him to express himself. There might be a guy in America who's like me, grew up in Jamaica, he just don't know how to fit in. And he just don't want to rap, he don't want to, because he don't feel fit in. So yard drill, he hears that now he's going to fit in over there. And that's it, yeah, isn't it? So I'll say it go.
What is the best piece of advice you can give to someone that came from a background you came from and want to do what you do?
Don't stop, love. Even when you feel like you're gonna stop, even when you feel like the world against you, just take care of yourself. Yo, king never get praised in one city. You see me? And it means that you sit there and where you live. So if you not get praised there, move. You see me? If you're talented and if you've got something special, move, keep it moving, and stay strong and positive and pray. You see me? That's all I can say, boy. You see me?
If fans want to know what's the realest shit you've ever wrote.
This is, I put it into rap, yard rap. The devil want my soul, why me though? Out in the streets where I lost my real G's, bro. Andre scattered Andre was like Zico. I swear I'm on my life, we're nothing like the rest of me go. Story of my life, go back to the start, let's reload. Glock burn pence in 95 on Broadleaf Road. I'm on the borderline, so up and down, my niggas free roam. Family needs zone. Got the tall up in the neat chromes. Locked behind the walls, some hungry dogs that make the heat blow. Many passing on still in my heart, that's home sweet home. Now I forget Raz and Mark John and all them heroes. All the shot we know. Die but they stick to the G code. Living in the ditch, we never snitch to get what we own. I rather die poor than sell my soul, go ask Nico. Caval and Zico. Spinna representing CF, big up.